Hello. Since I entered my dark middle-aged times, aka turned 14, I thought I'd made a bit of a video about past, present, and future of the channel. Uh, don't worry, I'll try to keep me stuff to minimum, other than that. The past of the channel was originally I was thinking that I'll be doing a type of have drinks and talk with people somewhat well known in metal scene, some less so. I just knew based on when there has not been video made, we have had interesting conversations, so that we somehow don't necessarily remember next day to full extent at least. The channel's name actually is, I think I should mention this, well, it kind of comes from I have a couch, so and I got a tiger skin, well, tiger pattern blanket to it, and it kind of went from there, especially as back in those times I ended up having pretty good supply of relatively inexpensive dark rum that also had tiger pattern. So at that time it seemed like that tiger pattern was following me, so I was thinking that okay, that could actually be something, why it's tiger cast and not tiger cast or something. That's basically my old old habit of checking stuff that someone else is not using it, and there was, I think, one small Minecraft thing from, I think it was from Russia, that I found with that name, and then I was okay, let's dark drone it up, so to speak, and it turned into tiger gas, and it's yeah, in hindsight, whenever I have to say that, I would have preferred to go with something a bit simpler. The conversation side is not completely dead as an idea. It might be something, it's class coffin. Remains to be seen what happens with that. Present involves pint racer. There's probably not going to be a whole lot of videos for time being. I think I have said that before, and oh, there's a kick there, gotta go. So the bit of a philosophy of what I'm doing is that I kind of realized at some point, I realized that it's actually quite unique situation I have with ever since the smaller venue opened on the Turku, and of course when you first things you see there are Lucifer's Child and from Greek, and that was one of the best gigs I've seen in ages. And next time I end up seeing Maras Mieli for first time. So I realized, okay, yeah, I probably should be doing a bit more to preserve this. And I try to keep it as minimize the intrusion. So I try to be on a bit on the side and keep Like if you're behind me, you don't necessarily notice that my phone is there, because I'm old enough to remember times when it was not that usual to have a whole lot of cameras or phones taking pictures and whatnot. And I try to maintain the possibility of people that prefer that way, because it kind of annoys me at sometimes. Also, I try to keep for most of the time there was a, I think it was Steelfest guidance at some point, that if you have to take pictures or such, try to do it on like first 2 songs or so. I intend to try to keep it that line, that I'm not doing that, you know, not the whole gig on the camera. No, well, Marasmieli and Kambeast begs to differ on this, but usually I try to maintain that. And I guess then we go to the future. I have no plans on visiting any Finnish summer metal festival, or festival anyway. Extremely unlikely I might end up going to it was Bloodfest, because there is Sarassus, and I've seen them twice now, and once in Oulu and once in Turku, and they are really interesting case. Also significantly improved a live performance on Turku compared to Oulu, but to my understanding it was their first gig, so makes sense. Important side note, yes, there will be there are events in Turku, so since I live nearby almost every big venue, of course I'm going there, and there is Metalliheltti kesäbileet or something. Definitely going to check them out, because it's my it's a tradition, and I am one of those that are very interested in keeping local scenes alive, because I've seen few cities have a very dead times when there was not 1 or 2 people doing the organization of gigs. So that being said, I do have 2 festivals planned, and it's not completely sure if it happens. Obviously, once again, it's Jopensun Lemes in Bauska, Latvia. It would be my 3rd time. I was there in 2020, because there was if you remember pandemic times, there was actually this small window where, okay, yeah, maybe we are not all dying of this plague. Maybe things can be organized, and that happened then, and I kind of realized that, holy shit, that's actually really interesting festival. It doesn't exactly harm that the travel to there is also part of the experience. Again, I really dislike traveling to Helsinki. It's so goddamn boring trip from Turku. No. Of course, with good enough reason I travel, but and with Tampere there is the problem that the first bus or train leaves relatively late, which is annoying, because I have no intention of staying overnight if I'm going for 1 night. And let's just say accommodations is not cheap. Uh, yeah. Yeah. On that matter, yes. I am probably lessening my travels within Finland anyway for gigs, but you never know when something strange happens. Like, oh yeah, there's some killer lineup on something like Finnish Death Metal Maniacs Festival or something that I'm genuinely interested in. Uh, but it will be much less than I'm used to. I kind of decided that, same as with Finnish metal festivals, open air festivals. It's getting kind of to a point that there's a bit too much familiarity most of the time, and the prices have become kind of insane. But enough of that. The other festival I have tickets for at the moment. I'm really looking forward to this because it seems interesting. It's in Croatia, Pula, Istria, and it's a festival called Goat Hill. I'm not sure if any other name would say anything other than Ancient is playing there, which, funnily enough, is also something I saw in Oulu doing the Canian Chronicles thing. So that should be fun. There is a certain part of that. It really reminds me of watching the pictures of the festival and such. It really reminded me of the impression I got from Brutal Assault from Czechia or Czech Republic, whichever way you prefer it. So I hope I get to do those. It really depends on if I have money and if I have time and such. But that's the plan. I have tickets for both of those and looking forward to them because, well, one is a bit familiar, but it's still a bit of adventure. Traveling once you get from Helsinki, it gets much more interesting when with Latvia you go to Tallinn and then you take a bus from there to Bauska, and I really like it. Like as much as I hate the travel between Turku and Helsinki, I actually really like the a bus travel from Tallinn to Bauska. It's a more interesting thing, or maybe it's just that I'm not so. It's not something I have done several hundred times or so. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, the conversation stuff might be in the future as well. Really depends on people and timing and how the stars align. I know I'm not trying to eat Rauta's lunch or anything like that. The guy has been doing this about the review stuff and such, I think, about as long as I have been anywhat related to doing in metal. So yeah, it's a bit different. On other part of things, I'm a bit considering, because this is it's not exactly focused channel in any sense. I am considering maybe adding some sports stuff, and no, I'm not going to go whole hockey guy on this, or well, with my patience, probably more like Steve Dangle, but it's more like I might be occasionally uploading if I'm checking like second division under 20 games later on. Again, I might be be taking some videos of some plays they make and such, but that's a possibility I'm considering. Maybe it happens, maybe not. So I think that about covers what I've been thinking and with the channel and such. Sorry, it's a long ramble and no one's probably that interested. I mean, come on, I have 16 subscribers, so I'm getting up there. Anyway, that's about it. I think I'll be finishing this and going to see what stuff this birthday of mine brings. Cheerios, or cheers.